What's up, guys? Just showing off my newest purchase. This is a Kimber Aegis Ultra. The Ultra meaning it's a 3-inch barrel. This firearm is chambered in 9mm rather than 45 like most Kimbers. We're going to do a safety check on it. All's good. Firearm is safe. So this one is chambered in 9mm. Most Kimbers are chambered in 45. This is a relatively thin gun, a little bit thinner than the 45 that I have, and I guess it's meant for shooters that don't really like the recoil, the heavy recoil of a 45 caliber round, and who have smaller hands. I've got medium-sized hands, I guess. It's got the beaver tail safety. It's got the front strap checkering, 30 lines per inch. You notice it's very undercut underneath the trigger guard here, which gives you a nice high grip on the firearm. It feels good in the hand. It's not very light. It's about 25 ounces, so it's got some heft to it. Much heavier than a typical polymer gun. It feels like to me anyway. And it's got the not ambidextrous thumb safety. It's just thumb safety on one side. So if you're a lefty, too bad. Rosewood grips with the fluted grooves. I thought that was just for like styling or whatever until I picked the gun up, and you could actually feel that gripping into your hand. I mean, it really does assist with the grip. So fantastic. This is my second Kimber, and I do have a Kimber 45, and the big thing with Kimbers, especially in the 9mm, is reliability and problems with the break-in and this and that. And you hear a lot of horror stories about how, my gun won't eject or won't feed, or stovepipes all the time. And the only problem I really had with my 45 is that the casings would come straight back sometimes. Not every shot, but sometimes they come back, hit you right in the forehead. So you just wear a cap, and obviously your safety glasses, of course. And it's not really that big of an issue to me. Some people it is. But in the 9mm, Kimber really had a lot of complaints on the Solo, which is not a 1911, I understand. It's their subcompact 9mm, the Solo. But they had a lot of problems, and it's a very finicky gun. And I guess a lot of Kimbers are finicky, not 9mm are finicky with the ammunition that they require. The Solo, for example, they want you to use premium defensive ammunition. And I don't know anybody who goes to the range and shoots off 200 rounds of Spear Gold Dot, for target practice. So it's just not a practical solution. So I took a big chance on this one. I talked to the gunsmith at the shop that I bought it, and it's the shop I bought it at. Fantastic selection, huge shop out in Plainfield, Illinois. I'm not going to mention the name. But I talked to their gunsmith, asked him if there was any reported problems with this, and he said he's never seen one come in for service, as far as he knows, but he's seen a lot of the Solos come in. So I decided to take a chance. It's not a cheap gun. This one, I believe, was retail priced at $12.07, plus tax and all that good stuff. Government's going to get their share for sure. So it's not a cheap gun, but I thought to myself, I love Kimbers. Such a beautiful gun, nobody can deny that. And I thought to myself, if the gun's reliable and it shoots well, it's $1,200 well spent. So I bought it, got it home, and I was fortunate enough to be able to pick up some 147 grain full metal jacket round nose 9mm ammunition. So I picked up a couple boxes of that, and my idea was I was going to break it in, because these guns are built to such high tolerances. They're very tight. Anyone who's ever owned a Kimber, even pulling that slide back, they're very tight out of the box. It's a high quality gun. And so my theory was that I was going to break it in with 147, even though it doesn't specifically state that. I wanted to use the heavier load to get the springs moving and the slide moving and everything seating properly. Took it to the range, 2 boxes of 147 grain Remington, no problems. Then I got a little bold and I put in some 115 grain. I think I had some Blazer brass or whatever I had, and I ran a box through it, no problems. Then I put about 20 hollow points through it, absolutely no problems. So 170 rounds, not a single issue, not one failure to feed, not one failure to eject, no stovepipes. The shells did not come back in my face. and it shoots perfect for me. None of my guns, you know, they're all more accurate than I am, for sure. So I'm not going to sit here and say, well, this gun's accurate and that gun's not accurate, because it's up to, like, you know, how compatible you are with the weapon. There's some guns that I know are very accurate that I just don't shoot well, and then there's some guns that I shoot very well, and this is one of them. It's got some great sights on it. I guess they're called tactical wedge, and they're night sights. And the top of the slide is flat. You know, if you own a Kimber, you'll notice that most of the Kimbers have a rounded top of the slide, so that's pretty interesting. And then it's got this melt treatment, I guess they call it. This is designed to be carried, and the biggest thing, I didn't notice any major things other than the top of the slide and the magazine release button here. You might be able to see in the camera, it's beveled slightly towards the trigger. You know, it's got a full rounded back, and then towards the front it's kind of beveled a little bit. I don't know why they did that, and it's not checkered, so it functions fine. You know, I don't know if that's for something less to get hung up on when you're drawing it. The thumb safety is kind of shaved down as well. You can see it doesn't stick out as much as a normal Kimber. Good positive safety. Yeah, anyway, like I was saying, on shooting this thing, I was shooting great with it, so it works well for me. No failures. Best $1,200 I ever spent. I'm going to make another video on how to take it down. Anyone who's ever tried to take down a Kimber for their first time, probably use the F word at least 20 times during the process. It takes a while to get used to it. So I will supply another video very soon on how to take this bad boy down and just show you what the internals look like. It pretty much looks like any other Kimber, but it's a slight difference. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to getting that second part out on the takedown. Have a good one.